Hello and welcome to this video about how to make HTML5 ads. So I want to go through a quick demo of how I've been doing it for a few months now, almost a year. I put together a set of modules I found on NPM through the NODEJS community, using Express, spritesmith, server-side events, the file watcher, async, to avoid the famous, what do you call it, the callback hell, uglyJS, uglyCSS, to basically minify those two resources, and Datauris to turn images into inlined URL links. Audiohub just to give me some sound cues, as you'll see soon in the console. And yargs to interpret the commands that I'm passing inside the console. And last but not least, Phantom.js as the headless browser. I've been comparing between Zombie.js, I think there was another one, but this one seemed the most promising for taking screenshots and rendering them out from the canvas to PNGs. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you how it works. So if I put in node $$st $%, because in Windows I've just set up a easy shortcut through an environment variable to stitch ads. That's the name of the thing, at least for now. Alright, so at this point Express is running the server in the background, but it's not ready yet because I haven't picked which ads within this folder that I'm currently working on. So I'm going to focus on the first one for now. It's actually a default, so whether I put 0 or just tap enter, same thing. So you might have heard like little ding. That's just the indicator sound that I've put as a cue to know, like, okay, whenever the build's complete. And it's quite fast. So if I refresh, so there's animation for that one. So basically I just create a class add, and I set up a bit of a infrastructure, a framework, I guess, just to expect an add and load up or initialize Google DoubleClick in the background, set up the canvas. In this case, it's using EaselJS by CreateJS, and Greensock TweenMax with TimelineMax to create the animations. So here's just kind of a shortcut function, I guess, to create each of the backgrounds. And when the compiler compiles all the images, it's going to create a JPEG objects and have each one's by name. So if I dig inside of images, it's got a footer. So that's a PNG, and PNGs are dealt with a bit differently. It's going to create an atlas out of it, thanks to spritesmith, and you can still refer to them by name, so you don't have to like substitute or anything. And JPEGs are dealt with like file by file. What I mean by that, it doesn't create an atlas for each one, because you might have like specific compressions applied to each one, and it's not gonna post compress after the fact, right? So it's gonna just take them as is, stick them into variables as Datauris, and animate those. Yeah. Let's see what else. So yeah, if I make a change, let's say, wait for 2 seconds before doing anything. It just picks up in the file change and refreshes the page. So there's your 2 seconds. That was kind of quick. All right, so let's change that back. And normally I stick a label at the end to indicate it's the end. Reason for that is when it comes time to create screenshots, so I'm going to render a screenshot and I apply a delay of 500 milliseconds, so like half a second, just to give the PhantomJS headless browser a chance to render to the canvas. If there is any delay in rendering, at least it has that chance to prepare everything. And I'm going to go ahead and say yeah to the first one. I should probably delete these so you can have a better preview of what's going on. And actually, I'll rerun this. I'm going to put anything in here which will tell Stitch Ads that I want to compile everything. So it could be anything. You could just put one letter and it'll assume, oh, okay. So it's loading PhantomJS for each URL links, each of the ads. Just going. And there we go. Now to actually create a JPEGs, depending on the size of the ad unit, I didn't simply just let this setup auto-compile the PNGs to JPEGs, because there might be some compression settings specific for each size. So normally I just have this batch file, and in some cases, like this billboard ad, I turn it down to like 55% quality. And by default, 80 is pretty good. So if I run this, presto, it's done. Look at here. And we got JPEGs. Last but not least, if I want to have, my clients would normally ask for a zip at the end of the day after I finish it all. So I just put Z as the command. Again, put everything. All right, let's look into public. There you go. Zips for every one of them. And I think 250 kilobytes is usually the file size limits for production builds. And as long as they stand at less than 200 kilobytes zipped, I think it's fair game. If my memory serves well. All right. So that's it. That's a preview of Node Stitch Ads. And if you have a better name for it, let me know. If you're interested, I can see if I can put this up on GitHub and share the code. Yeah, I've been adding quite a few features, from being able to add file names whenever we start out the project from an Excel sheet. I'm trying to think what else. JPEG. Oh, it's also when it creates the atlas from like all the PNGs, it uses PNG quant. I think I mentioned it here. Yeah, PNG quant to quantize, I guess, the images, and it makes a dramatic reduction in file size with very few noticeable artifacts or loss in quality. Yeah. And yeah, I use Photoshop to export the slices or the images elements. So that's that. Yeah, let me know in comments what you like or dislike or would recommend to add to this, and I'll put some links to maybe some of these the modules I'm using, and where to get like some of these dependencies. Anyway. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.